The show. Welcome to the Evening Rush on 90.3 Voice of the People of My name is Precious and I'm your guest for the. Did I say guest? Yes. I'm your host for the show. Today's Thursday, and I have Barrister Darlington with me in the house. Barrister Darlington is my Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, all the days tonic. Are you not? Barrister Darlington, good evening. Thank you so much for joining in.
Pretty mama.
Sir?
How are you?
My head is Sorry, my head is aching.
Are you serious? I cure headache for women. Just after the shows.
No. You cure it in front of Igwe Madu. You will cure it in front of the world. If you know your miracle is real, miraculous it in front of the world.
I don't want them to see.
I don't want to call you a fake miracle maker. I will not call you a fake miracle maker.
They will see the anointing.
So, and yeah, anointing. They need to see him. Okay. Yeah, well then. So let's get straight to some conversations very quickly. I thought to raise this conversation I'm having as my first conversation because it's very worrisome. So awaiting trial, NBA says, or NBA president says, awaiting trial detainees constitute 65% of prison inmates.
Yes.
This is breaking my heart. And this is yet as a Nigerian youth narrates how he spent 1 year in prison over footwear that he did not steal. Person tell and saying tip shoe way no thief. He spent 1 year for prison. Just they occupy our prison for nothing. Chop our prison food. Suffer the boy. Wasted 1 year of his life for nothing. How many more people could be in this condition? By the way, Barrister Darlington, I don't know if you remember that young man that abused the police when they said that they arrested and they've rearrested him again. They say, "Ngwa, it be like say that release, you know, do come back again." And then we'll go to Anambra State, where a particular lawmaker that was that they've been looking for. You know, I don't know if you listened to my show yesterday when I said that people are worried that people are disappearing. Anyhow,
especially in Anambra.
God bless you. So they said they saw his body near. They saw his decomposing body. Barrister Darlington, if you listened to that show yesterday, Prince Chilaka was talking about
another man
around Shagamu area who was kidnapped and was saying that some people that they lined up and they kidnapped along them, that they were taking on a work about almost 10 hours work inside the bush. Some that could not walk fast, that were delaying them, they would just shoot them and let them die and they continue. Barrister Darlington.
And they drive for 10 hours.
Just like that. And then your family member would have gone out and did not come back. You'd be looking for them up and down, not knowing that they're lying down in some bush, decaying, rotting away. Okay, so let's go to other issues quickly. There's this story here by Sahara reporters analyzing how the first daughter of Nigeria, Folashade, wrote Oba of Benin to introduce Pastor Isi Ibegwe Zejele as new Edo market leader. Okay. And the letter, a copy of the letter and all that, it's in your platform, so you can go look it up, right? Okay, so I mean,
the marketers no longer choose their leader.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
So, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria once again further hiking electricity tariff. They say if when I increase electricity tariff again, people no go fit buy things, so because we no go fit produce them, we no fit afford them. A House advances bill that is National Assembly advances bill to protect judicial officers from prosecution before lawful removal. Did you hear? Advances bill to protect judicial officers from prosecution before lawful removal. That is, on a no fee prosecute them until on a remove them lawfully. Is that not some sort of subtle immunity? Okay, we'll get to there. So some of these things I carefully just pick up so that would open up on things happening in our country. About retirement, Barrister Darlington, IGP has told PSC that told officers to ignore PSC directive.
Counter order.
Is it PSC that controls officers or the IGP? Which one do we now take? Barrister Darlington, I'm coming back. You know that my work is to bring the news because I don't read it. Message they send the key messenger. Then in another development, Reps Committee have proposed Lagoon, Ijebu, New Kaduna, and 28 other new states. And I wanted to ask, I said, wait, the last time, the only geopolitical zone that was eager to get additional state was the Southeast, because amongst all the geopolitical zones, they have only 5 states. Most of that geopolitical zones are a bit balanced with 6 states. They have 5. Abi, Barrister Darlington.
You're right.
So now, because Southeast wants 5, then we're now going to create 41. But if we create 31 other states, if we make it, well, we'll get to that place and we'll reach that bridge. We'll cross it. There's also a story about how a boat driver dies after assault by NSC DC officers in Edo State. These are the hot topics that we have. But let's start with this story about the congestion of our prisons. As the president, Nigeria Bar Association, AFAM Osigwe, has said 65% of inmates in the 244 correctional centers in the country were awaiting trial. Oh, that is, they never even know what they do yet. Court never clear them whether you're guilty or not guilty. They just wait. But Mr. Darlington, what is most painful about this is that some of them may be in a waiting trial for years. Years. They've not even called their case, raised their case file. Mr. Sigwe made this known. He said we should focus on pre-trial detainees, people who are caught awaiting trials. They make over 65% of prison population. We worry about those who are simply remanded in prison facilities without having their cases tried, or their case taking an intolerable length of time to come to conclusion on account of one delay or the other. Maybe I add one big man or one mighty man in valor or the other. They are sometimes serving more time in prison than they would have if the court had convicted them, or even acquiring one disease or the other in prison, or even dying at the end of the day. He lamented. It's a long read, but I just would have to stop it there. Then this young man, Nigerian youth, and commercial tricycle rider, identified himself as Wisdom Elijah. He's based in Port Harcourt, River State, has narrated how he spent 1 year in prison because of some footwear he did not steal. Elijah said that one of his friends who accompanied him to a black market fuel seller on the 9th of January 6, 2024, while they were returning from a friend's birthday party, stole a pair of footwear belonging to the son of fuel seller without him, Elijah, noticing. And so they tell and say, Oga, now you steal them. In fact, he narrated his ordeal in an account cited by the news outlet Sahara Reporters on Thursday today. He said he was taken into police custody on January 6, 2024, where he spent 3 days before he was arraigned in court on the fourth day, after which he was granted 80,000 naira bail. As he could not meet his bail condition, he was taken to prison. Barrister Darlington. He said he was thrown into the worst part of the prison for shoe of 80,000 naira, where he stayed without water nor food till December 3rd, 2024, when he was released. But we have politicians or people who use pen to steal bigger monies. Please remind me, the former accountant general, how many billion did we say he stole?
409.
9 billion.
And he entered
Please,
prison.
what part of the prison now did they put him?
Did he even go?
He didn't. Barrister Darlington, talk. Let's just move on to another matter. I just thought to bring this to the first.
Actually, what you are saying is very painful. Very, very painful. And you see, when a society is about to decay and destroy, this is how it starts. The justice system will simply collapse. Now tell me, these people that have suffered this inhumanity, how will they be happy when they come out, if I thought they will come out? That is why when some of them come out from those correctional centers, they became worse. You see what I told you, that the society prepares the crime and the criminal commits it. You can see what the society is doing to its own citizens, and you want them to be reasonable and responsible citizens. Is it possible? Have you seen why we have insecurity? Why criminality is on the rise? Because everybody is angry with everybody. That is the truth. Nobody can come out there and be happy. Because when you now see what you have suffered for nothing, my dear, you will definitely be angry. And then, of course, you will take it out on the society. And the rest may be history. So, if you don't have a justice system that works, this is what you get. I'm telling you. And these are able-bodied men, young men, that are supposed to be working somewhere to increase our GDP, to increase the position of the economy for better. Now they are all languishing in prison. When they say 65%, you are talking of thousands. Thousands, not hundreds, thousands. And the federal government is aware, because the prison facility now they say is concurrent, but I don't know of any state government that can run a prison facility, properly. If the federal government could not handle it, is it the states? So it is a very, very, very sad situation. You know, most people, when we come here and say some of these things, they don't take it serious because it has not gotten to their own turn. It's when it gets to their own turn that they will say, so this thing is like this. Precious,
sir,
before you can arraign somebody for criminal offense, there must have been an investigation.
No, but here we arrest before we investigate. Why?
No, I am coming. You must have done investigation, and then you are sure that this man committed this offense. When you now connect the mens rea and the actus rea,
that is a criminal element. You identified that there is a criminal element and that there was a criminal intention.
Exactly. You see, and you establish a prima facie case. You don't just carry people because they have no say, they have no money. You just go and dump them inside prison. What you are doing is crime against humanity. You that did it, you are a police officer. In fact, there are police officers so lazy that they don't even do investigation. They don't look at your face and say, no, you look like a criminal. Yeah, enter motor. They drive you straight to Kirikiri. Some of them don't have file. Precious.
Sir.
Some of those people in that correctional, they don't have file, no case file. They just discover that their cell is becoming congested. They now decongest them by taking some to Kirikiri or any other prison facility and go and dump them there. It's so sad. Most of the cases that police take to prison or to court, they shouldn't go there in the first place. They shouldn't. 80% of the time, it is because the suspect could not pay money for bail. Look at what that man said, that he could not afford 80,000 naira bail. Is that not true? That was why the matter went to correctional center. Did you catch him? Did you see him with the shoe? No. When you search his house, did you see him with the shoe? So who told you he took the shoe? Who told you he took the shoe? You didn't see it in his house. You didn't see him wearing it. I mean, how else would you now say that this man stole that shoe? Meanwhile, the boy is saying that he's a friend of his, and maybe that friend of his, he has a rich parents or he's connected, so nobody will look his way. They won't even suspect him that he stole a shoe. That is it. The people languishing there, they are the people that have no say. Pressure, they have no say. The society have made them who they are. The unsung, the unheard. They just dump them there, let them remain there. As far as the society is concerned, these are the people disturbing the society. Meanwhile, the real criminals are in big offices everywhere, Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, where they are using biro to commit even the crime Satan could not commit. But when they say innocent people, because they have no say, they have no father, no mother, nobody to speak for. They don't even have money to even pursue their case. These are the criminals. As far as this society is concerned, anybody that is poor is a criminal. If you are poor, you're a criminal. Mention any of those people that stole billion that is languishing in the awaiting trial. Mention any of them. No, can somebody tell me any of these people? Look at Yahaya Bello. With all the money these people have stolen, that even the case is open and closed, they are still feeling proud and arrogant, moving about as if they are God. And both police and EFCC are looking at them. But let one Yahoo boy collect money from his greedy partner abroad. they will go after him.
But does that make it right, sir?
Why? No, hold on. The one they stole and the one the Yahoo boy, which one is the Yahoo boy even put on enough work, to get money from his greedy
partner? But let's not act like
reparation. Hold on, reparation. I said, why can't they treat the Yahoo boy the same way they treat these political criminals?
Okay.
So that it will balance now. Because if they treat them like that, the Yahoo boy will not even try what he's doing. That's why the boys are becoming bolder. Can't you see they have formed a union now? They have formed a club. If the EFCC is coming for them, they'll start shooting. They start shooting. They have formed a union. Precious, these people have formed a union. Because they put the political elite who's supposed to better things in this country, they are not doing better. Precious. In fact, they are the worst criminal you can think of. Anybody that you immediately they occupy big office, go and see what the amass as wealth. And these younger ones are looking at them, say, this money where these people they thief, shaping our money. I finished school so year. I don't have job, but look at this man. I know I'm yesterday because you don't have to office. Look what you don't get. These are the mentality of these boys that make them to go into criminality. Please, will you blame them? Are you going to blame them? Answer me. Or do you want to, when you preach moral is enough? It's not enough. Precious, it's not enough. Let the leadership do the right thing, then criminality will end. The smaller one, they say when you take care of the penny, the pound will take care of itself. How can political leaders mostly be destroying the country and the society? Instead of you to go after them, you are running after smaller pickpockets. And you forgot that the activities of these political leaders is what kept that man where he is. Because if the country is working, maybe he would have been earning a living somewhere. If our factories are working, he would have been a factory worker somewhere. Precious. This one did not cross your mind, Abi. Are you serious? When the activities of political leaders have made the country worse, what do you expect from the downtrodden? They will resort to criminality in order to survive. No amount of preaching will stop it. No amount of preaching. Preach from now till tomorrow. The problem of the stomach cannot be solved by preaching. It cannot.
All right. So, Barrister Darlington, you know that I told you that this young man, the Nigerian TikToker Olamide Ogunsawo, that they call Seeking, has been arrested again during a court appearance today, Thursday. He was arrested over his recent social media post exposing police corruption. So a Nigerian human rights activist, Omoyele Shawari, disclosed that he wrote it again, that he's been arrested again. So, Barrister Darlington, again, this is worrisome. Someone can be in their room, and just tweet something and write something. It is so easy that for the Nigerian police or the DSS to come for that person and pick them. How has it become so difficult to pick the people who are causing a lot of mayhem? Why is Tajibelu not picked up? Why do we have the armed headsmen who go to people's villages, destroy their villages? Why do we not have them picked? Is it that we don't know them? What is going on? So if we have the facility to... Sir.
Precious. Were you here when the son of... where is that man? No, that was spreading money somewhere. His only was carrying the money. While the guy was spreading the money.
Okoya.
Okoya, yes, Okoya. What happened? They left the principal who was spreading the money and arrested the orderly. Is it not laughable? No, tell me. What do you think will be going through the mind of that young man who was just doing orderly to the yoga? What do you think will be going through his mind? You left the person that was the owner of the money, the man that was spreading it. You left him and you now went to the guy who was doing errand boy. You can see how your police act. So if somebody exposed that now, they will arrest them, Abi. No, they will arrest them. My dear, I told you here we are behind the human race. Things that you cannot even think of, not to talk of doing abroad, is happening here, and you and I are tolerating it. You and I, we are tolerating. The society is watching. Why these people are destroying Nigeria? every day, from the head to the bottom. How can this injustice continue? And you want Nigeria to make progress. You want Nigeria to have peace. It can never be. It can't. It can't. So preaching and preaching does not solve the problem. I've said it here. Preaching morality, it cannot solve the problem. It is your action that people are looking at. Your action. If you like, talk from now till tomorrow. Your action, put it in practice. Let us see it. People will not copy. People will copy what you are doing.
So speaking about action now, reactions have continued to trail the discovery of the decomposing corpse of Honorable Justice Azoka, a member representing Onitsha North 1 constituency in Anambra State House of Assembly, who was kidnapped in Onitsha on December 24 last year. Last year. The assailant had, after collecting a humongous amount money as ransom, killed him and now dumped his decomposing corpse along Second Niger Bridge, where it was found this morning.
Look at it. That is after collecting more, to tell you that even this community, they are even angry. They are not, you know what you call misanthrope, those who hate the society. That's what we have bred.
So you think that people who are doing these are misanthropes?
Yeah, I'm telling you, they hate the society. They are angry. I told you, think I'm joking, Abi? How could you have collected money and you should kill the man? That means you are even angry. This guy that has
so this whole thing with killing, like what Prince Chilaka narrated yesterday, he said that the young men who kidnapped this man in Shagamu Forest,
they are very young.
They're young. He said they're young, that they're about 16, 18, teenagers. And if you see the way they just waste people and just move on. So, Barrister Darlington, what kind of human beings are we breathing?
You are now coming into my own space, Abi. When I'm saying it,
what kind of people are we breeding?
These youth have no future. Precious. You watch how these youth are being used every election cycle. After using them, when you go to your office, you abandon them. You think they are stupid, Abi? You think they are stupid? When we say it here, government refuse to listen. You say this thing that we are thinking you have power. You can do this. You can it will boomerang. Look at it. The people doing all these criminal activities, they are young men. In their 20s, in their 30s. Young men. Because they have no future. If they are gainfully employed, so we are pressure. With this type, did we have this kind of thing in the 80s? In the 90s? Please, somebody should call and tell me. Was it like this in the 80s and 90s? Until these people came with their style of governance and things went haywire. We no longer do voting. We now depend on talks to help us win election. And after winning the election, are you going to your office with those talks? No, you leave them behind. And you think they will be waiting for you for another 4 years. They will find what to eat. Precious, they will find what to eat. This thing that I heard yesterday happened here in Shagamu. Was it reported? No. And I'm sure what things have happened, but they are covering it so that they don't raise alarm. My dear, you can't cover a 6-month-old pregnancy. It's a question of time before it will now become what? A pandemic. You can no longer cover it. Because you have bred armed robbers in your youth. And what do you think the armed robbers do? They steal, they rob. Don't deceive yourself. When you get them gone to go and fight for you for election, what are you thinking? Precious, what are you thinking? You use them to win an election, Abi? After that, what happens? Oh, they now become a saint. No, it's not possible. It is not possible. So when these people create this problem, they will now turn around and say, how is Nigeria like this? Our youth are behaving somehow. Our youth who made them who they are? Who? Who made them who they are? Is it not you? Can you deny it? But when we talk here, they say, yeah, he's this. Even the way they describe people is so irritating. The way they describe these people, you think that they are describing God. What do they have except to be manipulating and using young youths that they're supposed to give employment, that they're supposed to give a future? They will not do that. They keep them as their political foot soldiers. And you think that these children will not grow up to become terror to everybody.
So Barrister Darlington, let's move to another conversation here. So according to this exclusive from Sahara Reporters, they have it that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's daughter, Chief Dr. Mujidat Folashade Tinubu Ojo, the Iyaloja General of Nigeria, formerly of Lagos alone, and the National Market Council of Nigeria wrote to His Royal Majesty Omonedoku Akpolokpolo Oba Iware II, asking the monarch to provide Pastor Isi Bagwezejele with the necessary support to succeed in her role as Edo State Iyaki elect. That is, Iyaki is market leader. Iyeki market leader. So the letter sent to the Oba of Benin, dated April 30, 2024, was signed by Folashade, the first daughter of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The letter reads, Your Majesty, my name is Chief Dr. Mujidat Folashade Tinubu Ojo, the Iyaloja General of Nigeria and the first daughter of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu CFR, with greatest sense of responsibility and utmost regards to our royal father, His Royal Highness, he mentioned his name, the Oba of Benin, I humbly write to introduce Pastor Mrs. Josephine Isi Ibagwezejela as the Edo State Iyeki elect. With the development, it is her responsibility to see to the day-to-day affairs of the traders in the Edo State. Your Majesty, I humbly request that you give your daughter every necessary backing to succeed in this great and noble assignment, as I look forward to your fatherly blessing for her to be fruitful in her newly assigned responsibilities, the message added. But in January, just a few weeks after that, her ascension into office, she was installed into office as the market leader, known as Iyeki in Edo State. Traders from various markets, I don't know if you remember who played the soundbite here, that traders from various markets in Edo State, across the state, the 3 senatorial districts of the state, protested her leadership. They accused her of extortion, harsh treatment, and meting out ill treatment towards them. Some residents of the state also kicked against her appointment, saying she is Eshan and not Benin. Meanwhile, conflicts are intensifying among market women in Edo State as of now, as Mrs. Ibagwezejele has been accused of unilaterally dismissing all current market women leaders in the region. She dismissed all of them. The aggrieved leaders alleged that Mrs. Isi claimed her actions were carried out under the directive of the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Omonedo, and the second, and the governor, Monday Okpebolo. The controversy erupted after Mrs. Isi reportedly announced replacement of all market women leaders in Edo State, citing orders from the Oba of Benin and the governor. Now, the Edo State Market Women Association, which has existed for more than 52 years, stated that no one could remove a market leader unless they had passed away. That's their tradition. That's the way they've been. But you just wake up from nowhere and you come and remove them. According to the association leaders, once a leader passes, the second in command is elected as a replacement following the establishment of hierarchy in the market. So they emphasized that they adhere to tradition in Benin and deeply respect the Oba of Benin. They expressed patience, stating that they do not wish to take any actions that might provoke the Oba. However, if the situations worsen, they hope to have access to him and speak with him as a father figure. The leaders warned Isi to desist from attempting to unseat market women leaders. They cautioned that if a conflict arises, she may not be able to handle the consequences. As a result, they have advised their women leaders, known as Iyeki, not to engage in any fight. In fact, Barrister Darlington, the matter long. Should we just pass?
What, Precious,
Sir?
what do you expect?
How?
Anywhere APC is, they don't like to
Barrister Darlington, this is not APC matter.
Hold on, please, hold on. When Obaseki was the governor, why didn't they appoint this woman? Precious.
Sir?
when Obaseki was the governor of Edo State, why didn't Iyaloja General appoint can't you see what is going on here? They waited until they installed their governor. They appointed their governor, Ogbobolo. Is that not when this started happening? No, answer me now. What, was she not in office when Obaseki was the governor of Edo State? There is something APC is looking for in that Edo State. There is something they want in that Edo State. Whatever it is, we are here to find out. Remember how Monday Ogbobolo became the governor? And how MC Oluomo went there like a president, and he was giving red carpet reception. Remember? The same Edo State too. Remember how some people came from Lagos to support his election? Now, not too long after, this one started happening. What does it tell you? Can't you add the 2 and 2 together and see that there is something APC is looking for in a
But is this about APC?
It is about them. They are the one doing it now. They are the one. This first daughter, is it not an APC member? The father is the president. This first daughter, even this thing he said that the woman had been elected. Did anybody elect the woman? Pressure. Did anybody elect that woman? At least, is it not the people in the market that will choose their leader? Pressure, please answer me now. Is it not the people that will choose their leader? APC just want to appoint anybody they wish and impose it on the people. It has been their modus operandi. That's what they did for us, they did to us in Imo State. And the rest is history. So when I said that, yes, that is their own way of doing, that's their own way of administration. Give it to them. That's what they do. They don't even want to care about the implication or the repercussion. They just want to do it. Selfish interest all along. Whatever they want to, they do it. Without caring about the people. Oh. Look at now. The market leadership in Edo State that have been peaceful. Look at that. Look at how one woman has gone and put fire there now. Calling the Oba. The Oba may not even know what is going on. They are just using his name. Because I know that Oba, he doesn't have time for all these shenanigans. He doesn't. Now look at how they are dragging his name into this matter.
All right, so Barrister Darlington, let's just run up to other conversations. Just by the way, would you like to quickly react to what the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria said as they cautioned the federal government against a fresh increase in electricity tariff, warning that such a move would harm the competitiveness of Nigerian products and businesses? Because they're already saying that, in fact, there's already complaint that some imported goods are even cheaper than Nigerian goods because of the cost of production in Nigeria. And of course, we know that power is one of the things that, causes high production costs in Nigeria.
I pray that they raise this tariff to even 1,000%.
God forbid, Barrister Darlington.
Now because precious.
Sir?
It is only through this tariff that Tinubu is going to get money to run Nigeria. Are you not getting it? It is when they raise electricity tariff that Tinubu will not have money. The one they are getting from solid mineral in Zamfara, another place, is not enough. The one they are getting from crude oil is not enough. Precious.
Sir?
The one they are getting from other sources is not enough. It is this particular electricity tariff that will give Tinubu money. So let him raise it. Or do you want me to say you should not raise it? Let him raise it too. Let him raise it. You see how people do things. They don't think of. That is what I told you here about administration. It's not for everybody. When you don't sit down and think of the implication of whatever you are doing and all that, you just take irrational action. Then when some of us want to analyze it, they say you don't like government, you don't like Tinubu. Please let me ask you, Precious, how can tariff in electricity will help you to grow your economy? How? Can somebody explain it to me? At least, are you importing this light from anywhere? We are even exporting it to some neighboring countries. So, if you ask me, we should have enough. So, why is it electricity they want to tax us until nobody have the means to even have light in his house?
All right.
With the bad economy, it's not as if you have a disposable income.
Okay, so Barrister Darlington, let's move quickly to that case here that the House of Representatives have now passed for second reading a bill seeking to amend the Code of Conduct Bearer and Tribunal Act, aiming to protect judicial officers from prosecution unless lawfully removed from office under constitutional provisions. The bill, sponsored by Rep. Solomon Bob, PDP River State, proposes amendments to Actions 20 and 24 of the Principal Act. It was first read on the House floor on April 30, 2024. So Bob explained that the bill seeks to ensure judicial officers are shielded from arbitrary prosecution and removal, which could undermine the independence of the judiciary. Remember that this is one of the cases that removed Justice Onoye in office, establishing the Code of Conduct Tribunal as a superior court of record with exclusive jurisdiction over offenses under the Act. Well, they did say a lot, but Barrister Darlington, what's the implication of this really?
A lot. A lot. Precious.
Sir?
We are in a deeper mess now. If they pass this bill into law, then forget about Nigerian judiciary.
Barrister Darlington, wait, after Justice Onoye, how many how many CJNs have do we have that declared their access?
No,
because that was the problem Onoye had. Please, how many chief justices?
No, he's the only corrupted chief judge.
Because I'm not aware, I don't know, there are so many other justices, I'm not aware of the declaration of their...
He's the only corrupt person, no other person. That's the only man there. That's the only chief justice of Nigeria that is corrupt. So let us...
Was it because he was appointed by the Goodluck Jonathan administration?
I don't know.
And then another administration came
that all the charges, they later dropped them. Remember?
Yes, recently.
Yes, they dropped all the charges, so... But that was what they used to remove him from office, so that somebody will take over to validate what was coming in as the election. In 2019, Abi. You can imagine. So they are planning ahead. You see this bill now. Go and check. Somebody somewhere started it, so that whatever they are going to do in the next election, it must be validated, and nobody will prosecute anybody. Nobody will talk. When you are under immunity, talk from now till tomorrow. Immunity covers whatever you are doing. Now, look at it this way. If these people are not under immunity and they are acting like this, imagine when they are not under immunity. Precious.
Sir?
God Almighty.
Okay.
They may declare that the person that did not even contest the election is the winner.
Okay, so Barrister Darlington, let's go to the police issue.
If number 4 can become number 1 in Imo State and nothing happened, nobody was prosecuted, nobody, except America that reacted over that matter. Mention any of our institutions that reacted, except America, that denied some people visa because of that election result that the court declared. America was so angry that some of the judges who presided over that case, they were denied visa to go to the US. Yet Nigerian society tolerated them and even promoted some of them. Precious.
Sir?
Yeah, promoted some of them under our very eyes. The NBA, all the lawyers, everybody, they kept quiet. So America is now helping us to clean up our judiciary. Meanwhile, we are not even doing anything. We are not even helping matters. Precious, how long will this infamy continue, for God's sake? What exactly is going on in Nigeria that you can't even hold any institution accountable? Everybody is now a law unto himself. They act with impunity, with arrogance, and the Nigerian society just keep looking as if all is well. And when they don't throw the look right and left, there's no hope. They resort to criminality. To be disturbing all of us now. We don't be God forbid here. When you cannot take care of your poor, what do you think will happen what do you think they will do the next time? Oh, they will now die of hunger and misery. No, tell me, you mean they will now sit down and die of hunger and misery?
All right.
While you are looting the resources of the country, Abi?
Barrister Darlington, let's move to other issues. Still on House of Rep now. The House of Representatives have a committee on constitutional review today, Thursday, proposed the creation of 31 new states in the country. If the proposal scales through, the Nigerian state will be made of 67 subnational governments. The proposal for new state was contained in a letter read during Thursday's plenary session by the Deputy Speaker, Benjamin Kalu, who presided over the session. in the absence of the Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas. Now, the committee chaired by Carlo expressed proposed 6 new states for North Central, 4 in the Northeast. Why?
No.
5 in the Northwest, 5 in Southeast, but 6 in North Central,
6, yeah,
4 in South, and 7 in South. In Southwest. Barrister Darlington,
Yes.
let me just stop it there. I don't
No,
have
that
energy.
means every street now.
So why can't we create, why can't we opt for a balanced number of states across geopolitical zones?
No. The greed in them will not allow that to happen.
Why?
The greed. You know that these states and local governments is an avenue for sharing resources. Are you aware? It's an avenue to share allocation.
It's because the states are not generating their own money now, because they still collect money from the center. If they generate their own money, will it still be that way?
Whether they are collecting their own money or they are not, precious.
Sir?
There is advantages in having your own state. You now create your own kingdom. Where one man, remember the landlord of Ekiti, who can do whatever he like, and all this. I said, is that not what they called him? Is it
I don't know who you're talking about.
Then leave me alone. If he's not the landlord, can we have been acting in that manner? No, tell me. Where you will command the police, command the court, command everybody to do your bidding. What do you call that? No, tell me. Is it not when you have all these small states that look like an extended family? Is that not what happens there? What's the population of Ekiti? 2.45 million people. 2.5. 2.5 million people. One small state they carve out of Ondo State. Alimosho is bigger than that particular state. Alimosho local government in Lagos.
In population, but not in land mass.
Yes, in population, yes. Okay, look at Lagoon State. These people that are proposing. Look at how small Lagos is. You want to carve out another state out of Lagos State. What does that tell you? This state will want a secretariat. They will want an airport. They want every other thing that make up a state. From which land? This land I saw in Lagos that is already congested. Maybe they are going to sanfeed the
whole of the Lekki area will be another state.
They will sanfeed the whole of Babbage. Take it until enter Atlantic Ocean. They will sanfeed it and then start building.
Have we not entered Atlantic already?
No, it's small now. They just recover some parts from that IMB building. From being overrun. So now they will now make it extend it. Maybe they will spend over $3 trillion sampling the place. Then they'll now start building on top of it. Then when tsunami happen, all these things will come down. We start all over again. Precious.
Sir?
Are we thinking? Are we thinking? What exactly is happening in Nigeria of all of us?
Okay, so let's just quickly move to other issues because it's time for us to start.
Some of the things you hear, does it not surprise you? Can't you ask yourself, do we have leaders who are thinking? Of the future of this country. Precious, are you aware that you have over 40 million youths who don't have a job? Not to talk of raising a family. In the next 10 years, what do you think will happen to those youths? Are you providing for them? And more are coming. Hey, God Almighty.
So, Barrister Darlington, Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, has instructed all police officers affected by the recent directive from the Police Service Commission to disregard the order. That is, disobey it.
Yes.
The PSC had directed officers who have served 35 years or reached 60 years of age to retire immediately. A wireless message from the office of the First Secretary dated February 11, 2025. February 11. Would they February 6? It shows it incorrect. Stated that the IGP strongly directs all officers affected by the PSC's directive to stay action pending further instruction. Officers were told to comply strictly with the order. You remember that last week, spokesman Ike Chukwuani explained that the Commission's order followed a review of its previous stance from the 25th plenary meeting in September 2017, allowing force entrants to use their enlisted dates rather than their initial appointment date. So the Commission cited inconsistencies with Public Service Rule number which mandates retirement after 35 years of service or upon reaching 60 years of age. However, The PSC clarified that it does not have the constitutional authority to determine the appointment or retirement of IGP Egbetokun. Remember that matter is still in courts. Shawore is in courts right now because he called the IGP an illegal IGP, citing the fact that the IGP's tenure ordinarily would have ended if either by age or by years of service, right? And that the amendment of the Police Act, which makes it possible for him to remain in office for 4 years, irrespective of his age or the number of years he served. It's now an issue. But a lot of people complained that why should the IGP be a beneficiary of a law that was amended under him? That is why he was still in service. Why not amend the law? It's like you're the president of Nigeria and you moved. There is a bill that seeks for second, third term for a president, and then because you're in office, you're the one benefiting immediately. You didn't finish your second term and step down and have the right to recontest election again. So Barrister Darlington,
Precious,
sir,
you see this IG matter. It will destroy the police force in Nigeria.
God forbid, sir.
No, hold on. The Police Act that they amended, is it superior to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, the ground norm? Now, you amended the Police Act in order to accommodate the tenure elongation for the IGP. But you did not go to the Constitution, which is the ground norm, to check what was written in Section 215, 216, and 219.
So, Barrister,
in that of Section 215, President, hold on. The President, yes, he has the power to appoint an IGP. But on the recommendation of the PSC, Police Service Commission, the same way a Chief Judge of Nigeria cannot be appointed until the Nigeria Judicial Council recommends somebody for the President. But in this particular matter, listen very well, Nigerians, listen. Tinubu woke up one morning and took a bill directly to the Assembly to amend it to accommodate elongation of IGP office without looking at the Constitution and what it says. So this particular appointment by the IGP does not have the input of the PSC, which the Constitution recommended. So how is it legal? Precious, how is it legal here now? Answer me with what the Constitution says. You woke up just on your own. The same thing I told you about APC and the way they do things. They don't care. They violate and destroy all our institutions recklessly. Is it not supposed to call the PSC and say, come this thing I want to do now, please. Even the Attorney General is not helping matter. He supported it. How can you tell me that the Police Act is now superior to the Constitution of Nigeria? Then let us disband the PSC now. They are no longer relevant. Disband them. So that everybody will be alone unto himself. Look at the IGP. That his position is being contested. He still have the temerity to give a counter order to a commission that's supposed to look into the affairs of the police. Fine, he may be a senior officer. You mean nobody, he doesn't have a control. Nobody checks him. Nobody checks him. It is the same commission that it checks the NJC. I mean the chief judge and other senior judicial officer. Is it not the NJC that will call them to order? So how come police the IGP does not have anybody that will call him to order? Then what is the PSC doing? They should disband them now. Disband them. Instead of him to be giving counter order to a commission that was established to oversee the affairs of the police. What are you saying? He did not even know the limit of his power. He said all police officers, even those who are maybe senior, middle level officers, that the PSC is supposed to have oversight function on them. The IGP now gave a blanket order. All of them, when you are due for don't retire, just stay there. Precious, can you just imagine anarchy? Can you just imagine anarchy? So police have no longer have a retirement age. Precious. That's the implication of what the IGP have done now. That they should stay there against what the PSC have said. No more retirement age for our police, the precious. Have you seen anarchy? Anarchy looming in the police now. Have you seen it? What do you think will be the morale of the police now? What do you think will be the morale of the police? People are aspiring to move up in their career. You now want to put them in a cubicle and lock this in that they should remain there. Why those who supposed to be retired are enjoying the goodies? And you want those people behind them to be happy, abi? Precious. You see it now. So when the police now take this anger on the public, you start blaming the police. When an angry police officer now say he's demoralized about this job and what is going on, you will not blame him, because yes, he must vent his anger on somebody, and that is you and I. When there is no more certainty in the tenure of your job, you no longer secure your job. You no longer have the mind that you are going to be promoted at a particular level. Because I think it's either 3 years or so. After 3 years, there must be promotion in some of these establishments. So you are past that 3 years, past 4, past 5, past 6. You are still in one place. Precious, how can you be happy? Who does that? And the IGP did not even see anything wrong because he's up there.
All right, so Barrister Darlington, before we begin to take calls, I wanted to, can I pick your mind on this case in Edo State, as the police command there have arrested 4 personnel of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps over the alleged assault and subsequent death of a Bolt driver, Henry Osanwekai, in Benin City. Now, the command spokesperson confirmed the arrest on Thursday, stating the investigations were underway to unravel the circumstances surrounding the tragic incident. We heard that Osanwekai had reportedly lodged a complaint at the new Etete police station on February 4, 2025, alleging that he was beaten by NSC DC officers and some individuals after an altercation at the Castle Hotel along Limit Road in Benin City. The deceased had taken some passengers to the hotel when an argument ensued between him and a young man. He claimed the young man's friends, along with NSCDC personnel, attacked him and even deflated his car tires, he said. Now, after the beating, that's what the guy now can die after a while.
Again, what is that? Arrogance, impunity, taking laws into your hand. That's NCDC of it. That's is it not civil defense, Abi? They too that have become a law unto themselves. In fact, they were even saying the other time they should give them gun too, Abi. Imagine when they now give them gun. So anybody they see anywhere who didn't work well is a criminal, and he must be shot. Precious, sir, precious, sir, precious. Sir. Look, Nigerians should wake up and rescue Nigeria. I'm not joking. This thing that it pains me more, because it's like we are not even making any impact. Things are not getting better. The people in Nigeria, they are not even listening to anybody. They are not even checkmating some of these SSC because they are the ones who are committing them. Precious, how can Nigeria get better under this condition? Does it not touch the heart of these people that what they are destroying is not even themselves or the future? They are destroying the entire Nigeria. That's why nothing is working. When everybody begins to act with impunity and arrogance, please, how can there be peace and progress in that country? Answer me. How can there be peace and progress in that country? Do you know that ordinary NEPA people, if you see the arrogance and the impunity they display when they went to disconnect people's lights illegally against what the Electricity Act says, because they believe those people are ignorant, they don't know anything. They don't know anything. They act with so much impunity and arrogance. If you want to quote the law, say that law, you are talking to yourself. Go and tell the court. You can go to court. Precious, sir, we have lost it seriously. I don't pity this country the way it is, and even the next generation, because they are going to inherit the worst situation.
Barrister Darlington,
last year when I told you that you should prepare for this year, did you believe me? I told you here. Towards the end of when I saw what was coming, the budget and everything, I told you to prepare for what is coming. We don't even think of tomorrow. That is why the little money you made from these agencies, you said custom and whatever, they made some money. You now added it to the budget that have been passed to. Precious.
Sir?
Why can't we implement the budget as passed and see whether we can even move forward? You now brought money. You're supposed to go and put in our foreign reserve or even federal coffers. You now added it to the budget you have passed already. You now added it to the budget you have passed already. Why not implement that 49 trillion first? Implement it. Save this money that you earned recently now. Is it a cause that Nigeria should not have money somewhere? Precious. We just see money, we squander it. We just see money, we eat it. As if there will be no tomorrow. Meanwhile, some other countries who are oil producing nations, go and check their foreign reserve. 100 billion, 300 billion, 400 billion dollars. Is that not why the economy is strong? Precious. What is going on, for God's sake? If it's Satan that is too, we should beg him not to leave us alone so that we can move forward. Because that man said that he's roaming about looking for whom to devour. So who handed over Nigeria to him that he's devouring us? Who?
All right, Barrister Darlington, phone lines. It's time for us to open our phone lines. Phone lines are open. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0817 175 6338 and 0803 692 9933. On a sad note, I would like to just talk briefly about the death of a Nollywood actor, Columbus Irisanga. Incidentally, he was my lecturer in the university where I studied theatre arts from River State University. Did I say River State? Uniport. Yeah, he died this morning of prostate cancer. It's really sad, and it's crazy, you know. May he so rest in peace. Lagos phone lines are open. Let's start to take your calls and reactions on the conversation that we've raised tonight. In case you're just joining us, let's run you through the hot topics we've had so far. On the hot topic today, awaiting trial detainees constitute 65% of prison inmates, says NBA president. And I told you about the story of a young man who narrates how he spent 1 year in prison over a footwear that he didn't even steal. And we also spoke about how TikToker Seeking has been rearrested by the police. We talked about reactions trailing the discovery of the composition body of kidnapped Anambra lawmaker dumped somewhere around River Niger. And how Tinubu's daughter Folashade ruled Oba of Benin to introduce Pastor Isi as new Edo market leader. And we also told you that Manufacturers Association of Nigeria are complaining that this tariff hike, not gonna increase them again, no, because it go woski. House advances bill to protect judicial officers from prosecution before law removal. And Barrister Darlington likened it to some sort of immunity to judicial officers. I also told you that retirement, ignore PSC directive, remain in office. IGP tells police officers over PSC's mandate that those within 35 years of age and 35 years in service and 60 years of age should retire immediately or proceed for retirement. Well, we'll also discuss how Reps Committee proposed Lagun, Ijebu, New Kaduna and other 28 states in Nigeria, yeah? And I just narrated how a Bolt driver died after assault by NSC DC officers. Phone lines are open, please. 0700 903 903 903. That is 0700 903 903 903. 0817 175 6338. That is the WhatsApp line. 0817 175 6338. That's a WhatsApp line. And the other line to call is 0803 692 9933. 0803 692 9933. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Sir?
My Honorable Dr. Prophet Barrister Darlington, I greet you specially, sir.
Well done, Dayo. You have come this evening.
And our APC spokesleader and woman leader of the year. How you doing now? How Marcus? Hope you are enjoying your government.
Precious, you don't want to answer you.
Okay,
I know get straight. I know the feel what today.
Please, Dayo, go
Hello, can you
ahead.
hear me?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead, Dayo.
Dayo, go ahead. Why is it that your
So Dayo, you can try to call. You can try to call through normal call. Your WhatsApp call is very bad.
Okay,
We can't hear anything you say. Your WhatsApp call is really very bad.
Try
So
to
try
do
to call
normal
back
call,
from-
yes, so
try to
that
call back.
you have your time.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Precious.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. Good evening and welcome,
Precious,
sir.
let me make my point. I want to ask this question. The Tinubu daughter, the Elijah of Lagos, is the Elijah of Nigeria. What concerns her with the affair of market affair in Edo State?
She's the Yaloja of Nigeria now. The head of market in the entire country.
Election, it's going to be, I don't want to use the word disaster. Nobody will just by force around the people. Thank you.
The thing tire me.
Hello, good evening.
You.
Good evening.
Oh God.
Hello, good evening. Are you there? All right, welcome. Go ahead. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
My name is Anthony Judicial from Solo.
You're welcome. No, now you don't be doing this now. Quench it now. You want us to? Thank you.
Sorry. Okay, in fact, Nigeria problem, this problem of Nigeria, in fact, we don't even know where we go wrong go. But in our country, because the country now, I don't know, because one problem, if not be what I call unknown government, it could be insecurity. In fact, the insecurity in Nigeria now is become worse. Look at the what you say concerning the Anambra State lawmaker. If a lawmaker can be hijacked or maybe kidnapped upon the security armed men. But I don't know, when he was traveling, it was not armed men following him or escorting him. I don't know who may give them the information. Is it his household or a family member or friends that can? In fact, I don't know this country where, in fact, we as a citizen, individual, we that is going out, coming back, we need to thank God though, because if we say make Nigeria government protect us, the police protect us, I don't think that we will be safe in their hands. But I just pray, let APC government make Nigeria better, because the situation that the problem Nigeria is going through today is not okay. It's not okay. Even we, the common man, we are suffering. We are passing through challenges. Please, let government, let politicians, let them do something to make Nigeria better. Look at how can somebody because of money you kidnap, and after they give you the ransom, you still went ahead and kill. Is it that people don't value life again? God, come and destroy this country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right.
Your former attorney general, we are still looking for some people that killed him. He has faced 4 security orderlies with him. Abi, Bola Ige, was his case not in the news early this week? And you are talking of ordinary House of Assembly, Abi, House of Rep member. Precious.
Sir?
You were here when some people went outside Nigeria and invited terrorists to come and help them do one thing or the other. Abi, no be so. What were they thinking, Precious? How can anybody tell me that the people that did that, they love Nigeria? You love Nigeria so much that you went to invite these people to come into Nigeria, and now you are asking, where did this thing happen? Who did it? Who brought all these things? Meanwhile, you are the cause. You are the cause. I told you here, Precious, that during Buhari's time, Padebanjo and some elder statesmen in Nigeria, they sued him to court because they said he's the cause of insecurity in Nigeria. They sued Buhari for 50 billion naira. They sued him, Padebanjo and Edwin Clark and some other. They sued him. In their affidavit, they listed all the things that Buhari did to cause insecurity in Nigeria up to today. Did anybody call him to question? No. That matter now, of course, he's dead because he cannot appear in any court. Precious, who cannot appear to answer for what he did. He can't. And you say Nigeria is moving forward. That's why the man, after looking at everything, said it is only God that will solve the problem of Nigeria. I say, look at that.
Hello, good evening and welcome.
Look at that.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome. Go ahead, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Go ahead.
My name is Wisdom. I'm calling from Mohammed.
Wisdom, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you. As we wanted to create another state, that decision we have, is not enough. So we want to create another state, join and draft governors, senators. That one is fraud with that scam. So I'm so surprised. It's laughable.
All right. Thank you. That's your input. Thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome. Good evening.
Hello,
Good evening. Yes, you're welcome.
Hello.
Yes, you're welcome.
You're welcome. Oh.
Yeah, this is Big Prince calling. I'm calling from VR.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
My sister Precious, I greet you. I salute you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Actually, I want to comment on what is going on in Edo State. So now they are bringing the same structure that they did in Lagos State to Edo State. So that they will have a very smooth reading process in any of the elections that they are going to conduct in Edo.
How?
You are asking me how. You have seen the example from Lagos State. MC Eluomo has gone there, inspected and do what he's supposed to do. A lawyer now is expanding her coast so that whatever they are going to plan with the Benin and no Bacon. Why am I saying this? Take typical example from what is happening in Lagos. That there is no election you are going to run under APC now that they are not going to overcome you. They will capture. They have already captured Edo State. Even if care is not taken, if the order of Edo do anyhow, they will remove him and appoint somebody that will listen to the order. Secondly, concerning the kidnapping of one of the honorable, those things are the reason why we say it is not good to mobilize boys, young men, and use them for elections. And after it, you dump them. It's a very sorry situation. Do you know? Who knows? Because whenever somebody kidnaps you, collect a huge amount of money from you, and they, according to investigation, I stand to tell you the real thing that are going on. That 80% of so much cases that have been happened in such area is that you know that kidnap you, and that person, when you come out, you can be able to recognize him, and instead of that person to leave you to go alive, they will see you at the same time, so that the atrocities will not be let open. That is the reason why some of them will be kidnapped, collect huge amounts of money, and at the end of the day, execute alongside. The politicians should know that the people that they are using to get their way into society, after giving them for so long, without giving them or coming into the agreement, will be waiting for them somewhere else. And when it happens, it will be as in like this case now we are listening to. So that is the reason why I am not here to pity anybody, but it's a sorry situation to this issue. I am not here to pity anybody. Politicians, let them be so much careful to know that if you give a monkey banana, collect that banana from his hand is very, very difficult. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, too. Hold on. Hello. Good evening.
Hello, Precious. Good evening.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Pre.
Sir?
Pre.
Sai.
Good evening. You are doing
You're
well.
welcome. Thank you so much.
This your star, they treat me.
Thank you.
Well done, Ben. You start paying for this now. You start paying for it too.
I'm telling you.
We go charge them subscription fee.
Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. You are one of those people that make me happy. Because you are the but it's not only yourself, but there are other people, few people, only few. I don't know whether you are rich people. Explain this tax and all this tax reform and budget very well. You know, it's like everybody don't know what is happening. When the government is talking about this 2025 budget, and people doesn't know that it is daily contribution. They are exploiting us, squeezing us. The money they collect from us, they will use to fund this tax. Are we Britain? It is in Britain now. It's a tax country. They use tax to fund their budget. And they have already created an enabling environment. You understand? Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, we are hearing you. Yeah, we are hearing you.
No, they have created an enabling environment. The environment is so conducive in their place that even the economy is attracting so many people from other places. People come from other countries to come and buy football club, invest in their country. Look at in the UK now, if they sign you contract as a footballer, you pay 40% tax. 40%. If they're paying $100,000 a week, that means what they are receiving is $50,000 a week. 40,000 goes to the government.
Yes.
And your children, their education free.
Yes.
Health free.
Yes.
Primary, secondary free. Health, no matter sickness, they treat you free. They have a transport system. They have everything is working. The government is in control. There is nothing like insecurity. You are safe. Okay, look at Nigeria now. The people that are already down, the poor people that are dying, bleeding to death. It is we now that are funding the tax. This tax and this budget 2025 budget. And everybody kept quiet. That is why you see things are increasing. Yesterday, a clearing agent called and said that they have added 1.2 million, 1.2 million naira to clearing that was 13 million before import duty for 40 feet container. Now it is 14.2 million. To clear for container, only for import duty, other charges are not there. By the time the other charges will be 25 million to clear 40 feet container. It is me and you that is paying it now. It is me and you. Anything you buy now in the market, you are funding the budget. Everything you buy, you are funding the budget. And what happens at the end? Every month, the government gathers at Abuja and they share this money. After they finish sharing this money, they convert it to dollars and smuggle it out of the country.
Who they give you this gist?
Interpol told us that every 1 hour, hundreds of thousands dollars are leaving this country.
Exactly.
EFCC chairman told us last December that it is barristers politicians are using, that it is barristers, lawyers. They are the consultants they are using to smuggle dollars out of the country. The dollar, the NBA did not challenge it, which means he said the truth. Okay, look at these people that are. Look at the people that want to create 57 more than one state. Is it what we want in our constitution? Is that our problem? Our problem is not to remove so many power from the president, to remove so many power from his office, appointment of INEC chairman, appointment of IG, appointment of chief of staff. The president doesn't need to be appointing all these people so that Nigeria will function well. EFCC chairman, anti-graft agencies, they're supposed to be independent. We're supposed to vote them in, even chief judge. When you appoint all these people now, they are not working. They are not functioning.
Thank you.
They
Thank you
need
so
what
much.
they're supposed to do. Precious, please let me make one more.
You have made you won't finish the whole time. 4 minutes plus.
Is there one more?
We are not here because of you now.
Is there one more? Give me one more.
But it's your rigging election. No, don't complain tomorrow.
Yes, he's saying his mind now.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead. Go ahead now. You don't. You see, now we don't stop. I keep it tomorrow. Tomorrow you call and say it.
Sorry. All right. Let me see if I can start taking messages very quickly. Oh dear, where do I even start? Let me do YouTube first. Okay. Ojebeke says nobody's talking about Fulani killings. Where is Ruben Abati? Cynthia Omorogiave says nobody born of a that can remove our Oba. Nobody can remove our Oba. Ojebe AK says Sharia should start in National Assembly. Okay. And then Omania Patrick says, good evening, sir and madam. And if you want to back, what? Good evening, sir and madam. Why Iyaloja of Nigeria did not start election from Kano? The Oba of Benin should not be dragged into dirty politics. And Simon Amuzie says Nigeria should say Nigerian people will never know peace, so you guys should stop. No, please don't say that. Okay, Madi Peace, I see you. Yeah, Lindsay Con says the Muslim ticket should accept people from Gaza. You guys stop. Henry Uchi ACIA says, Barrister Darlington, the day I'll meet you live, God bless you, Jerry. You have exonerated yourself from the punishment that would befall those who see evil and keep silent. Right. Real Ezekiel. They say you should read Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 1 to the end. Uju Michael says, Barrister Darlington, NSC DC are using guns already. Yeah, they are. AK-47 was approved for them by the federal government since time. Yeah, they've been using. You even see them along the road. You see them, especially those controlling pipelines and all that. Or safeguarding pipelines. And Obed just says, Barrister Darlington, let them not raise your adrenaline negative. The IG and the president are working in tandem. It is completely a truce. It is a syndicate. Igbo man says sorry for Nigeria. Niger Matters Africa says Nigeria is far. What? Nigeria is oh no, it's not. Okay, so Uju Micah says if the level of insecurity, corruption, imposition of candidates, unemployment, and other vices continues, I think Nigeria is heading nowhere. And Blessing says Nigeria Chai. It's not though. It's not Blessing. I can't read that. Livino says, Obi, we have entered one chance, so I'll jump out. So Livino Obi says, we have entered one chance, I'll jump out. Jump out, my brother, but no break leg. Charles Drew says, Lagoon State, you forgot Okukumaiko State. Emeka Meke says, okay, I see you, Emeka. Obed says, the news items this evening are not palatable, sincerely speaking. Looking at how downcast Queen Precious is, my dear brother, his headache that is headaching me. I don't even know if it's the news stories or items that's headaching me. Pastor Vanity Van Gogh says, Darlington, the way you call Precious and asking questions, he said, the way you call Precious and asking questions look as if she is the cause of Nigerian problem. And Precious, the way you answer frighteningly looks as if you are actually the case. Not be me and you be the case and cause of Nigerian problem.
I mean, she's the NPC woman leader.
All right, so I just walk out to WhatsApp, where I have loads of messages on WhatsApp. This here says, okay, yeah, Mr. No, this is not for me, but it's 7 p.m. And Mr. Mr. His Royal Highness BC Nwoko says government should be proactive in tackling the increase in insecurity in the country. The death of the honorable in the hands of kidnappers would have been avoided if our security networks are up to date and one that stands the test of time. His death and numerous others should be a wake-up call in our security agencies. Condolences to the family. Auntie Precious, good evening, ma. Let that young man thank his God for coming out completely without being replaced with a robbery case, just because he was not able to meet up his bail conditions of 80,000 naira. But our politicians steal billions of naira, and once they are able to meet up millions of naira in bail conditions, they are free. IK. Top up from 7 and 8 cents. In that.
Do you remember that in this Anambra, the elite Ifanyoba was equally attacked? What saved him was his bulletproof car. Do you remember? And some policemen died.
Yes, now.
Policemen died in numbers trying to protect him. I mean, it was like a war zone. Oh God Almighty.
Okay, so good evening, VOP families. May God bless you all. Maxwell from Ebonyi State. How far? How on a state day now? Is it this up? Chinemere from Agbara says, police officer will throw an innocent motorist into prison, plus seize his vehicles in the police station just because he refused to give 200 naira that the policeman is illegally requesting on their police checkpoint. If you are doubting it, go to different places the police officers are standing in group in both business stops and checkpoints. Are there business stops and checkpoints?
There are lucrative areas.
Which one be business stops again?
Lucrative
Good evening, Precious
points.
and Darlington. I align with Barrister Darlington. Opinions are political criminals in a country where laws are applied inequitably. See why? Leave that matter. It depends. Tinde from Ijegu says, seeking. That seeking was arrested. Comparing himself to Shawari and DJ Adeyanju, making a video calling IGP illegal. Let's call a spade a spade. Can you do the same on your YouTube channel where you have a freedom of saying anything? I think he has a mission in prison, but he has refused. but he refused to pity his mother and wife. Oh God, Tunde, leave me, I beg. I don't get strength. Osadebe from Shasha says, Barrister Darlington, I have dropped my number with Judy. The issue you discussed is of interest to me because I am a victim and currently in court. Please get in touch with me because I want justice. I am a lone voice on their in the wilderness of brutalized people. And Olatunji from Iyanokwaja says, Nigerian politicians can be quite funny. What is Lagoon State? Why not call it Lagos Mainland State or Etiosa State instead? They should at least come up with a proper name. Fresh states should come with meaningful name. Let them create the states.
Please, Precious, did you know when they started this Atlantic City? Do you know the problem it has caused to people living in Lekki and all that? That is why.
Kaziko Atlantic.
Yes. That is why, as high as that place, they call it Habra area. Just let one rain drop now. That place will burn like a swamp.
No, Eco Atlantic does not flood.
I mean, I said the Lekki.
Okay.
Because they pushed the water. It was a Sanford area. And they said they don't want more than 500 people to live here and all that.
In Nigeria?
Yes. That's what they said. This is for the exclusive. A plot of land, the land is about 1 billion or so. A plot of land in that place. Who are you to go there? That's America. They said America is building the biggest embassy in that place. Without thinking of the environmental factor, they went to Sanford, that place, and pushed the water to those people living down there towards the other side of Dangote and all that. You know, that is why, as expensive as a prominent as that lake is, when one rain drop like this, the people there will relocate. They will relocate. Nobody thought of that thing when they were filling that place to have an exclusive city for some exclusive human beings.
All right, so reading more messages. Shego from Alagbado says, LDP, I have officially fallen for you. I normally don't do older women, but you be the first. Honestly, you are beautiful. But it's not listen.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
No, I'm not thinking anything. No fall. There is no sugar in my mommy. I have only mommy. You come with your sugar. Okay. Truly, the president's declaration of his assets is a positive step towards promoting accountability and transparency in government. Which asset? But in the Code of Conduct Bureau, which is responsible for verifying the accuracy of assets declarations, availed resources or independence or efficiency carried out in its mandate? A question that beckons for an answer. This coming from Alex Solomon from Anita from Isheri Oshun.
Somebody declared his assets.
No, but President didn't. I've not seen that. Comrade Abraham says, seriously speaking, the way and manner bizarre things are happening in this country is alarming and calls for big concerns by those in governance. The killings of Anambra State lawmaker is indeed heartbreaking. IGP telling officers who were asked to proceed for retirement by PSC to stay put is bad precedent. They said they shouldn't create an anarchy because of police who are meant to protect lives and property have issues with each other. Well, you said a lot. I appreciate you, Comrade Abraham. And okay, this message here says, hi Precious, kudos to all of you there. I think politicians are all the same in Nigeria. Also, the barrister should be reminded that ex-Governor Obaseki was APC too, and most of Edo top men from Oshimole to the present one were once together one time. We presently just have sets of insensitive leaders. APC is a more mere nomenclature On prison issue, one should be just avoid having a case with police here. Did PDP make any difference then? All of them be the same thing, Jerry. You say Najataya you, Benga Ola from Fade.
Were you like this under PDP? Talk through. Talk through to shame the devil. Was PDP was a country like this under PDP?
All right, so someone here wrote me a very long letter. Barrister Darlington, I go read them. Let's see if I have the time. It says, it said, Dear VOP and my lovely precious, I am writing this to express my concern about the way self-defense is often treated as a crime, when in reality it is fundamental right.
Yeah, of course.
Every individual has the right to protect themselves from harm, and no law should punish people for defending their lives or property. In a country where security forces are often unreliable or absent, expecting citizens to remain defenseless and unreasonable, Nigeria unfortunately has become a failed state. No, God forbid. The government has failed in its primary duty to protect its citizens. Crime is rampant, insecurity is at all-time high, and law enforcement is either ineffective or complicit in the problem. In such a situation, people must have the right to protect themselves. And you further said, it is time to stop criticizing self-defense. If the state cannot guarantee security, the citizens must be allowed to take their safety into their own hands. I urge the media to highlight this issue and call for reforms that recognize self-defense as a basic human right. Self-defense has always been a basic human right, has it not, Barrister Darlington? And that's why when there is murder or manslaughter, they look at it from the place of murder or manslaughter and whether it is because of self-defense and all of that, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Barry sent in that message. Thank you for making me read and have more headache. Chikizi from Agopala says, Tinubu and his family are trying to acquire the whole nation after acquiring Lagos. Stop it now. Where? Now, the daughter of the president has proclaimed herself Iyaloja of the entire Nigeria and taking over Lagos. Edo is now her new property. Nigerians, shine your eyes. Which Edo? Abi Nigeria. I don't understand. Good evening, sir. Barrister, detention and Barrister Darlington rather, and Sister Precious. ABC knows that they have failed Nigerians. That's why they are wasting time. Then Amechi from Mafaluku says, I feel Onoye was removed to bring in Justice Tanko Mohammed so that he can declare Hope Uzodinma as governor of Imo State. On Iyaloja issue, President Tinubu is showing his real color, and all his praise singers are pretending not seeing this level of impunity. Sultan told First Lady to tell the president that Nigerians were hungry, and some things followed. First, a road street was named in Sokoto after Tinubu's son. Secondly, allegation of Sokoto governor wanting to remove the monarch filtered, and the discussion whether Sokoto governor can remove Sultan took over media space for some time. At the end, Sultan started preaching to us not to speak about our leaders. Rather, we should pray for them.
Exactly.
Say, God save our land.
They have removed somebody there before now. Dasuki now. It was removed.
Okay, so Precious, my condolences on your lecturer emeritus. Yeah, Barrister Columbus Iriswanga. I think he acted some very prominent movies. He's a good Nigerian Nollywood actor. Thank you. Ogadalins in NSC DC are carrying gun now. So that was what we could, what could have given them the guts to beat someone in a public place like a hotel to death. Precious, please answer me, sir. Make I renew my long life and prosperity. Oh yeah, call me, make I answer you. Barrister Darlington, call me on his behalf.
Pressure,
sir. I beg. Make you not also restrict your airflow. No be me go stop you from long life.
At least peace will be within that environment. Yes.
A whole Barrister Darlington doesn't know that civil defense NSC DC official have gone. A barrister was here yesterday and he didn't know that VIO belongs to the state government.
What did he say? Okay, the other.
Thank God, Precious, your lecturer.
My prof,
Thank God, Precious didn't talk about Igbo today. I beg, go and sit down one please. Go and sit down one place. I wish you know, but unfortunately you don't know. You think say you're wise. I know if I tell you. My name is John Amodo. The level of corruption under this APC is so disheartening. Can you imagine my state governor Ododo using 2.4 billion? Don't insult it. No, 3 billion naira. No, 3 billion.
They
Last
said
year
that
he
for-
used 2.4 billion.
They said that
This
for-
year, last year was 2.4 billion. In this year's budget, it is 3 billion naira that is in the budget for the same purpose.
For renovation of,
Governors accommodation renovation,
yes.
and 2024, 3 billion for the same purpose. Yeah, you were right. 2.4 for 2024 and 3 billion for the 2025 for the same purpose. The same purpose. It is well. Aziz from Lagos says the state creation is a joke. The one on ground are not viable, and they want to add to our trouble. I don't get it. 31 new states. We've not managed 36 well. How can we manage 31? These folks won't stop. You see, Barrister Darlington, how will this state start being self-sufficient? Because I'm tired of hearing we're civil service state. We don't have money. When all of them have one natural resources or the other.
It is because you allowed it. Yeah, the Nigerian people, we allowed it. Look, in the Western world, whenever the people saw or when they discover that the government is trying to mortgage their future, they will rise up without ethnic or religious sentiment. But in Nigeria, can we do that? The answer is no.
Okay.
That's the problem.
So Chidi from Oshodi says, I wonder what the life of a Nigerian is worth in the global financial market. That is, he won't say Nigeria for global financial. It's just on a day listed, Seth. Okay. ABC and their allies will eventually become victims of the monster they have been creating since 2015.
I'm telling you.
That's what you said.
I'm telling you.
This here says, my honorable Barrister Darlington and born again Sister Precious, I greet you all. Good evening. Please, if I may ask, why is government going to peaceful states in Nigeria to stir up troubled waters, where the only names we are hearing in this country today are if not husband today, it's wife tomorrow, another is son, then daughter. I trust my Oba of Benin, Oba Egware II. You mentioned his full title, but why are these killers not going after those who used and dumped them? Rather, they are going for innocent, defenseless citizens. Sis Prayer, Barrister Darlington, I weep for the upcoming generation. May God hear our cry and save our land.
Amen.
Grandma Maggie Odibo from Oshodi sent in that. Kirian from Ijego says, on the issue of creating new states, most of the existing states are not productive. Then why creating new ones? Why they want to plunge nation into trouble? That's what you said. Precious, please tell Barrister Darlington to take it easy with this APC government. This is the reason we rejected them in the first place. They didn't have anything to offer. Kufri from HACC sent in that.
You rejected them and they're still in government.
Abraham from Afoluku says, good tidings to you, Precious and Barrister Darlington. Nigeria is in the deepest part of hell. News every day make me lose hope of this country. If this country go ever better, I know sure say it will be for this our generation. It could be for my generation in Jesus' name, or the next 5 generations to come, God forbid, because the younger ones are seeing and hearing and experiencing everything, and they are also learning. You cannot plant cassava and expect to harvest yam. That's what he said. This is scary, Barrister Darlington. Let me just gingerly go back to my calls. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome.
You're
welcome, Innocence.
Yes, I agree with Barrister there. Please, I want to ask. Barrister, I know Barrister is from Obo, Imo State, closer to my house in Imo State. So now he's talking about security is not in what they call it, it's not in Anambra. But many Anambras I know, because I stay with Anambra, a lot of things, my friend. They now say that Anambra is the most protected state in Nigeria. And now they are killing people there. Every time people is lost in there, and these people are still ignorantly argue that this is the protected state that is more better than other states. So which one are we going to take now? Instead of them to talk against their governor, talk to the governor, let him put safety, because this whatever happened now, don't call, president may be the commander of this, but he's very far away. Whoever kill and this thing, they will be blaming most state people, they will be blaming River State that is the other man that in the river is bringing insecurity to them. They will be blaming the state people instead of them to take care of their state. So that's why what we are trying to say that now who is going to be maybe who are we going to hold responsible in this kind of calamity? Because the man, I know that man that died is like a Labour Party man or something like that. Now, who are we going to hold in Anambra now that is happening? Because Anambra is confident state that their state is protected.
No, Precious.
Sir?
As at the time these people were defending Soludo, I think Anambra wasn't that bad. But because of that layback, you know, after Simon Egba was taken down in Finland, and the Imo State became, you know, relatively peaceful, at least on Mondays, they now shifted down to Anambra. But because the Soludo was not taking care of things, they now become bolder from those native doctors. You remember at the time he banned native doctors and all that, Ezenwany and Ezenwoke. You know, so these are the things that festered the insecurity in Anambra until these Udogati people came up now. I think the situation is now becoming clear to everybody. These vigilante group, they are working. Precious, they are working. All the hidden places is being ransacked in Anambra. There is no hiding place for these people now. So when those people were arguing, don't blame them. They may be either ABGA people or APC people. Wherever they want to talk, they talk to defend their party, not to defend what is happening in their state.
All right. Hello, good evening. Oh, yeah, I lost you. Okay, let's see. All right, so this says by Saturdays and I agree to pressure. Somebody here is grousing this yourself. I love VOP radio. I pray for my country, Nigeria. Expectant from Okota sending that message.
So grousing this
I don't understand what the person say they do to my sir. Precious, please, I have questions for Barrister Darlington. Oh, who is that? Okay.
Ask him. Let him
okay, and this is Precious. Your WhatsApp line is not going through. I don't even understand what's happening to this
Which
WhatsApp
is the question
number,
now?
honestly speaking.
He didn't ask.
I don't. Well, our WhatsApp calls have been just crazy.
What is it?
Okay. So this here says, good evening, Precious. Please, Justice Onoye wasn't appointed by Jonathan. It was Buhari's government that appointed him. Although he was an acting president, it was acting president Oshemajo that appointed him when Buhari was away. Since then, Oshemajo didn't get any hand over notice from Buhari. I come in peace. Okay, thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, sir.
I can't hear you. I don't know if you hear me.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Allah himself. How are you?
Mr. Ola, are you back home? Oh dear. Okay, I don't understand this new state creation you said. Okay, let's see. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
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 Yes, we can hear you.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, we can hear you. We can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh,
We can
stop,
hear
speak
you.
on now.
We can hear you. We can hear you, unfortunately.
This is Ola.
Maybe I just keep talking.
Just keep talking.
Precious, how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. Well, I can hear you.
How are you and my Darlington?
Yes.
I just have a question. My personal. This second time, whenever I travel to Nigeria at airports in Abuja, they usually took my picture, asked for my resident address, and I asked them, I said, why can't you ask the other people to, take their pictures or ask the address? The man said, we are not going to the same destination. I said, why are you taking my picture? Why are you asking for my resident address? You can't give me the answer. So I'm asking now, maybe my Darlington will tell me why are they doing that? Or if anybody experienced that, so I'll be okay. I don't know if they have any motive against me or something like that.
So who did you say took your pictures again?
Please.
You won't hear us.
I will hear the response.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you. Okay.
TV.
All right. Thank you.
Precious.
Sir?
You see, when we commit illegality, let's talk about what it is. It is wrong for anybody to do that. Your passport is what you require as an identity at the airport. The person that is taking this picture, who is he? What purpose? The passport is not enough. Look at that, asking somebody his residential address, where he's going to. What does that mean? It's criminal. It's wrong. I don't think anybody will approve such a thing. It's wrong. Very, very wrong. In international travel, it is very, very wrong. It's not done. The people that are coming from America, is that what they do there? Your passport is enough. They have identity. They have it. They have copies. they want to trace you, it's very obvious now. Why take picture of somebody and residential address? For what? A man that is not on a wanted list of the government or any security agency, and you are taking his picture at the airport. No. You people should challenge him, please. If you happen to anybody, go and report this thing to Kiyamo. Let me see what he's a lawyer. He knows the implication of what they are doing there. It's wrong. Okay. And I'm sure if they do it to any white man, the man will protest.
All right, so just before we wrap up, one Odoidong says, from Oshodi says, good evening, Precious. Anytime I listen to Bryce Darlington analysis of news items, I always shed tears. I'm deeply troubled about the mess that these politicians are causing in our country, Nigeria. God save our lives. I have tons of messages. I can't take them because our time is fast spent. I appreciate you guys. Bryce Darlington, would you like to give us a parting shot?
Yes, what Ola said is not good. Is demarketing Nigeria. I don't think any white man will tolerate that. Seriously, I don't think so. No white man will tolerate that. His picture for what? When he's not in the wanted list of any security agencies, he's wrong now. There could be other motive. You don't even know who is doing that, whether it's an official of immigration service. Let people take it up. Let people challenge it. Let them tell us the law that empower them to be doing that. What nonsense. Your passport is not enough to travel. It's now your picture. What are you talking about? Please, they should stop disgracing Nigeria. We have had enough disgrace already. It's wrong. Very, very wrong.
All right, Lagos, that's the size of our package. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of the show. Thank you for your calls, your reactions, your messages, your everything. Thank you for being a part of the show. Whatever happens, please ensure you protect your mental health. My name is Precious Enya. I love you guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. Good night.
Jollification period don come and e don go. Na 2025 na im we dey so. You hear wetin I talk? 2025 na your turn to shine. Na your year wey you go carry yourself comot for chief ten ant level wey people go come dey call you oga landlord, madam landlady. Remember, landlord, landlady no be for mouth. You go walk the talk. Na im make I carry this better offer from Kudos Homes Limited. Konsengemenge una. Na offer wey go make you turn landlord and landlady. Kudos Homes Limited say make I tell una say to get land e don simple like ABC. Just pay 200,000 naira make you collect inside dem land wey you go come use 3 months take pay the remaining money. For Lagos, Kudos City dey Agbowa Ikorodu 1.5 million naira per plot. Kudos Town Ishiwo Epe 1.5 million naira. Kudos Heritage Omu Ketu Epe Phase 1 3.5 million naira. Kudos Heritage Phase 2 Omu Ketu Epe 2.5 million naira. Kudos Heights Omu Ketu Epe 4.5 million naira. Before I continue, write this phone number 090 29 91 75 79 090 29 91 75 79. For Asaba, Fairview Estate Phase 2, Asaba 2.5 million naira. Kudos Heights, Asaba 1.5 million naira. For Enugu, Fairview Estate Phase 1, Enugu Odobido 1.5 million naira. Fairview Estate Phase 2, Enugu 2.5 million naira. Just pay 200,000 naira. Make you collect your land. Make you can't use 3 months. They pay the remaining money. No dull yourself. No lose guard. Oyibo Grammatical talk say a stitch in time saves 9. Now it be say make you sharp go grab your land for Kudos Homes Limited. Na land for Lagos na you want in Boku. Kudos City Agbowa Ikorodu 1.5 million naira. Kudos Town Ishiwo Epe 1.5 million naira. Kudos Heritage Omu Ketu Epe Phase 1 3.5 million naira. Kudos Heritage Phase 2, Omu K2 Epe 2.5 million naira. Kudos Heights, Omu K2 Epe 4.5 million naira. Asaba land e plenty like water. Fairview Estate Phase 2 Asaba 2.5 million naira. Kudos Heights Asaba 1.5 million naira. Enugunko land e Yapa